Hey everybody, Mr. Bookie Boo here, and I cannot believe that it is the middle of August. This month has been slipping away from me, something crazy. What with back to school and a few family vacations that I've done, it's been hard pressed to find time to do an update video, and let alone just even work in the city much at all. But I do have quite a few exciting things to share with you this month, and let's just jump right into it and get going, shall we? So what you see in front of you is the far east end. East end? Yes, the east end. East end of Bricksburg. We've been slowly adding more light kits. So as I pan this way, you can kind of see. So we're adding more and more lights to Bricksburg. My goal is to eventually light up all of the modulars in Bricksburg and most of the amusement park rides. And so that's been kind of an ongoing progress type thing I've been working on in the background as time and finances permit to get those fancy light kits that I love so much. The other thing that you'll notice is this area is getting fleshed out a little bit more right in here. So I created this pedestrian bridge, and it links up to an old castle tower because actually, as you probably know, as I mentioned in the past, my original passion for Lego is kind of Lego Castle. I had the original yellow Lego Castle when I was like way long ago, decades and decades ago. I've always loved the castle theme. It's kind of one of my favorites. I kind of secretly hope that Lego brings it back at some point, like a real, not a Nexo Night theme, but like real castle theme, because it's been what, 5-6 years since the last theme that we had, and that was kind of only a half-baked theme in my opinion. It wasn't a full-on, castle fleshed out. Like the Crownies was like one of my favorites of the modern era. We had the Crownies and then the dwarves and then the orcs. That was just awesome. So I hope they do something like that. Hopefully they'll do something like that soon. If you're listening, Lego, please, castle theme soon. I'll buy like 1 million sets of that. Like seriously. So anyway, this is kind of my throwback to that. This little tower here. And it just kind of neatly fleshes out this corner because I didn't know what to do in this corner. This kind of, what I want to kind of do is I'm going to explain some of the design philosophy and how I design things and stuff in more depth this video than in other ones. And I'm going to get to that as I kind of move around. You're going to see Harry Potter Land, which is still majorly under construction. But you're going to see a lot of the elements of the design and stuff and how I actually go into that and get everything set up. But for example, in this corner, this was just a plain old boring corner, and this really kind of bothered me because I didn't know what to do here. And then I saw some ideas, and I saw some other people had created various pedestrian bridges or suspension bridges or whatnot. And so I kind of said, hey, that's a good idea for this corner because it's an odd corner. I don't know what else I would do here. You can't really put a building, and it just kind of fleshes out and finishes up this little area nicely. Like I say, I'm still adding some greenery here. So if I zip around on the side here, you can see I started planting some trees. There's going to be a little footpath. I think I'm going to do a little picnic area. I've got that little Valentine set from last year. I'm going to put the two little lovebirds there having like a picnic or something. And, that's kind of that. So the rest of this area hasn't really changed much from last month. Again, aside from the light kits, which I've been slowly adding, and which are mostly actually down at the other end of town, which we're going to scoot down to in just a minute here. But overall, this area is kind of coming together nicely. I think it's kind of one of the more finished areas, except for, I know you guys are going to say it right here in front of Shea Albert. That area I still haven't done anything with. You guys gave me some great ideas last time, though. I like the beer garden idea. I think I'm going to add some extended seating for the Parisian restaurant in this front area right there, where it's still kind of blank. I just haven't had time. This has been crazy. I've been so crazy busy. But we're just going to pan along here and scoot along, and you can kind of see. So the lights, I've got the street lights all going. About half of these buildings here are lit up. I still have to do like City Hall, Green Grocer, Assembly Square, and a few others here. But it's slowly starting to come along. And then we get over here, which is really cool. So I did do some work in this little area here. I actually had to redesign this the square a little bit, and I had to shuffle things down. And it actually worked out really well, because I'm going to show you something that turned out really well for me in a minute. This area I kind of redesigned. This was actually, it was off center. It was about 8 studs that way. Actually that way. It was 8 studs off, however it was. And so what I did is I fixed it. Yeah, I actually pushed this cinema over 8 studs that way, and all these other modulars are over 8 studs. And what that did is it allowed me to get this lined up perfectly. so that the fountain is lined up with the Imperial Recruitment Center modular, which now has 3 floors. I think I need to add a 4th floor so that it kind of gels with the rest of the facades in the background here. But that building there, I can zoom in a little bit for you. You can see, so it's just a pure facade now. There's little bits of detail on the ground floor, and I'm going to do a little bit on the top floor up there. That's going to be like the Emperor's office up there, or maybe Lord Business, I don't know. But otherwise, it's just a pure facade now instead of a full featured modular building like the old one was. But it still keeps the original flavor of that design. So this over here, though, is actually, I'm going to scoot down. I'll show you. This is the really cool part I want to show you guys. So right here, you can see, well, you can kind of see, it's a little dark right back there. But what I was able to do is there's an 8-stud space right here. It's a little alleyway. So if you remember before, I had fire brigade was pushed right up against the diner. And the way the diner was designed, it's like not a corner, but it's kind of a corner. And so you have the way the curvature works around it with the fire brigade or any modular right up against it. It just kind of looked funny to me and it didn't look right. And a few of you pointed that out, which I'm appreciative for, because I was like, hey, you know, you're right. But I didn't want to put a full street there because, you know, heaven knows we have enough corner modulars, don't we, from Lego? It seems like every like 3rd modular is a corner, and I have so many corners I don't know what to do with them all. But anyway, this, it was actually an elegant solution to that because it allowed me to get this to line up over here, the statue and the fountain, and the line up with the Imperial Recruitment Center. And then it also allowed me to create this little alleyway, which, as you can see, makes the diner look just a little bit better. It gives me just a little bit of space, so it's not pushed right up against the fire brigade and the little alleyway. So I got a dumpster there. There's a little cat with some bottles, and then I just have to finish tiling back there, and it's just going to go back to the facades back here. And so it just worked. It worked out perfectly for me. I'm really happy with that. The diner lights, this is probably one of my favorite, besides the Palace Cinema, the diner lights here, that set looks phenomenal lit up. It is unbelievable because the detail inside just pops. I mean, you can see all the details inside this building, and that's probably one of the more detailed ones in my opinion. It seems like they're getting better with the detail inside, although detective's office is pretty well detailed as well. But that building just pops with the lights. To me, it's just amazing. These are the more recent ones that I've done. So Fire Brigade is all lit up now, which again, you can see inside really well. It's really nice. I really dig the lighting on that. And then also this is just awesome. So the detective's office and pool hall is lit up. And if you look, let me see if I can get a better angle for you guys so you can see it. So the little barber pole flashes. So that's like a little flashing barber pole. But the piece de resistance over here is the pool sign, which flashes and blinks and lights up. And that is just, that's just really cool. It adds so much to the city, in my opinion. It makes it really cool to see. And it makes it really neat to, it makes it just kind of feel alive. So that, so that's kind of where we're at with lighting for now, for the main like modulars and stuff. This was the last one that I did. Like I said, I don't know which one I should do next. Which one if you want to see lit up next? You want to see the City Hall, Green Grocer, Assembly Square? I'll let you guys decide. I got to get one more light kit for the pet shop and the townhome that goes with it, because I used mine, the one I bought originally, for 3 POs in the townhome. What do you guys think? What should we light up next? I could do Brick Bank, which is all the way over here still. Ghostbusters, of course, needs to be lit up. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. You guys let me know what we should do here. And I'll take whatever gets the most. That's the one I'll do next. All right? So this area here, you'll notice. So again, this is where it gets messy, but because I haven't done a lot in this area. But the important thing I'll just point out real quick is I do have space for 2 more modulars, provided they're not corners. Please, no more corners, Lego. I don't know what to do with the corners. But I do have space for 2 more modulars here. I still have my custom police station, and then it just kind of goes along here. This area you can see is like a storage area for parts and pieces and whatnot. And you can see this gets tight to maneuver back here because I have a lot of stuff on the floor. I'm not going to show you my messy floor too while it's all under construction. Over to the amusement park area. So I have Ghostbusters here still. The amusement park, if you've been following Instagram, I've been working on the entrance. So this is kind of the foundations of that. And then I just added a little bit more detail, like some palm trees. There's a little cannon over here at the pirate swing ride, and then there's just more tile work, a little bit more detail here. Now, I do have, and I just have not had a chance yet, is what I'm going to be doing is lighting up Disney Castle. I have that light kit ready to go. I can't wait to do it. I've been so like, again, it's just been such a crazy month that I just have not had a chance, because I have to drain the moat, and then I have to pull it out to do that and add it on, because it's a pretty extensive light kit, but I cannot wait to get that done because it's going to look spectacular. But this is where the bulk of my work has been this month. So let me see if I can sneak in here and maneuver in without making it too crazy. All right, so down here, so this is the Harry Potter train station. So it is still under construction. I've got tile work is kind of going in. I've got half the track done. I have to finish the track over here. You can see the walls as well. Now, what I've done is I actually placed an order with Lego that I think got lost. And I just talked to Lego customer service. Really good customer service. Their guys is like tops with their customer service. And they said, yeah, it looks like if you haven't gotten that package by now, it's probably lost. So they're actually resending it, which I'm really appreciative of for them to do that. But what you see here, and it's really kind of hard to see, is this is just a prototype of it. But you can see what I'm going to do. My goal right in this area here is I want to do a curved rooftop for the train station. You can see some of my messy boxes. So it's going to extend the whole length of the train station, and it's going to be like one of those curved rooftops. And so that was just me with the parts that I had doing it. So I ordered a ton of actual windows. Windows are so expensive, let me tell you too. But anyways, I ordered a bunch of windows to do that, and a bunch of hinges as well. So the hinges are kind of what gives it a structure and makes it stick together. And so that's kind of in this area what I've been working on. Now, over here, I do have the entrance to the train station, tentatively. I've actually thought I might flip this, because I know in Harry Potter, I know that at Hogwarts, the train station this train station is in London. There's a different train station that goes to Hogwarts Castle. My train station, because of space, this is the London train station, but it actually is going to, the exit right here, the steps are going to go up and dump you off at Hogwarts. What I was thinking, and I don't know, you guys can let me know again too, same thing, is I could put the entrance to the train station over here, and this could be more of like the London train station, and then people can walk along the top to Hogwarts, and then take that out right there. I can flip it easily. It's easy to flip. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on that one. We'll see. But this is over here is the really cool stuff that I want to share with you guys. So let me know about that, though. Let me know about the entrance and what you think. So Hogwarts has been major construction in this area. You've seen a lot of updates on Instagram for this. Now, initially, I got the new... This is the new minifigure scaled Hogwarts sets. There's two sets. There's the Great Hall, and then there's the Whomping Willow, which also has like the extension to the castle part. I wasn't happy with the extension. I mean, it was cool. I understand it's like, fun to play with and all that, and piece limitations and all that good stuff that Lego has. But to me, it was like lacking, and it didn't look anything like Hogwarts in general. So that was the first thing I did, was I rebuilt Hogwarts, that part of it. So this is my own creation of the hall to the right of the Great Hall. So that's what we have here. And then what I decided after I built that, I realized, because it was bigger, and so the official Lego set again, the Great Hall, was a lot squatter and a lot smaller. The big tower was shorter, and the Great Hall itself was really squat, and it just kind of looked out of scale compared to my right-handed side creation over there. And so what happened was so what I decided to do was just rebuild the whole thing. So what you see is that right here. So what I've done is, you can see I've raised up the Great Hall. All I did was raise it one window height higher, and then I added a third floor to the big tower here as well. I also redesigned the middle part, so these are just little creations in the middle that actually kind of jive and line up with that as well. And so it looks bigger, it looks a little grander in my opinion, and I think it works here. Now, the other thing is, of course, you notice and you see, is it's sitting on top of a mountain. I'm still adding detail work to that, but I really like how that turned out as well. And it looks really, really, I'm really happy with how this area is turning out. Now, you'll see to the right over here that I also have you'll also see that I have Sorry, my little guy just came in. He needed a brick separator. Wasn't that cute? And he knows I'm filming. I have to show this. This is really cute. He knows I'm filming, and so he had his brother write a note to give to me. I need a brick separator. Because he didn't want to interrupt me while I was filming. Isn't that sweet? That's like, my kids are awesome. I love my kids. They're like the best. That was really cool. So, anyway, back to Harry Potter. Oh, and then I also, this is recent right here. I just added the little boathouse down below. Now I don't have room to put the steps going up to there, but you get the idea. It's all kind of, you know, compressed in scale and all that. I do want to include over here to the right. This is where I was going. I was on the right here. The little Quidditch field. Now, it's not a full-size Quidditch field. It's like a quarter size, maybe not even a quarter size. But we've got that there, which is really cool. And I like how that's going as well. Now, here's the really interesting thing. And this is where I kind of get into design and talking about how I like think, which is dangerous sometimes, or it gets expensive. So, you know, I wanted to have Harry Potter World. Originally, this was all Ninjago Land, right? This area here was all Ninjago Land. I wanted to have Harry Potter Land because Harry Potter, right? It's like awesome and it's cool, and I love these new sets, and I missed out on the original sets. I was like, I gotta have it. So I knew I wanted Harry Potter, and I kind of knew I wanted Hogwarts in this corner because it really just works in this corner. The problem I had was then I was like, well, what am I going to do about Ninjago Land? Because I don't want to have Harry Potter Land and Ninjago Land right next to each other without, you know, it's just kind of weird, right? So transitions is where I'm going with all this. So I had to come up with a way to kind of transition from Hogwarts into Ninjago Land to make it look like it was two distinct worlds and kind of break it up. So that's what I've been working on here. So you can see I created a new mountain, and this one's a little bit slimmer than the original one I had up here. So I've created a slimmer mountain, which separates really nicely the two worlds. It also, I have the dark forest area here, which is kind of from Harry Potter, but that's also another transition area for the two worlds. And I can get a better angle so you can kind of see, whoops, you can kind of see. So I've got the forest area going here with the mountain, which I have to add detail to. I'm still detailing the mountain. I got to add some snow. I'm going to add trees. It's not just a big, ugly, gray blob, and more slopes and whatnot, especially on the lower parts. And then I also took that opportunity to take the lake, which is nowhere near as big as the official lake, but it's good size, and have that transition as well with a waterfall, which I've been working on for the past week now. And so then this waterfall area dumps into a small little lake, which is then in Ninjago Land. And then I'm going to add a few more of these amber trees and whatnot, and maybe some cherry blossom trees lower in this area, again, to further break it up and add more greenery and stuff, to further create more of a background and a breakup of this area to make it look more separate. And then we kind of start with a nice tranquil, the vision here is we start with a nice tranquil little village of Ninjago Land. And so then we have the temple with those two awesome little buildings that go with it. Now they're not lined up exactly because the temple of Erijitsu is no longer in the corner. But this little area is kind of more of a relaxing, tranquil area with the waterfall and all that good stuff. And then what we're going to do is we're going to transition, which is this, I still have to figure it out, into the Ninjago City part, which I need to have the city and the docks and all that good stuff. And then we'll have some train track running along here as well. And you can see the tunnel portal going off that way as well. And then we'll add all the other goodies all through here. And then I found another place for my old mountain, which is in this corner. So it's kind of, Ninjago Land's kind of framed by the two mountains now, which I kind of like. And I don't know, I'm going to see if I can get the fishing village or the fisherman's shack to fit right here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to fit here, but we'll see if it works or not. I don't know. But so that's kind of how it works. And then, I don't know, did I explain last time? I'll just explain real quick with the train tracks. So the train were kind of bugging me because I didn't know what to do with the trains, and I wanted more like run time with the trains, but I was kind of limited because, you know, the space, I mean, you guys have seen the space in this room. It's limited in what I have and what I can do. And so I found an elegant solution to that over here. So basically the main city track runs to this point right here. There's this switch that goes off. So I have a loop, and this loops around all the way around the city, and it loops all the way back to here. So I can run trains in a loop around the city right here. I also, if you remember from last time, let me get a little bit closer here so you can see a little bit better. So last time what I did is I added, so this little lever right here, this is actually a throw switch for a switch that's in the back. So now I've got track that runs straight this way, And there's also a switch in the back with track running straight this way. And it creates a reverse loop for me, so now I can turn trains easily. So what happens is this track in the foreground goes here. There's a T-junction, which you can see. These are brick-built. Actually, I'll show you one of these. So these are brick-built T-junctions, and I got the instructions online from, I wish I could knew who it was, but so this is a brick-built T-junction. Really simple design, really, really cool. And so there's a T-junction right in the tunnel here. Let's see if I can kind of angle it so you can see in there. I don't know if I can do it with the tripod, it's tough. So you can kind of see yeah, you can see it there. So there's the T-junction. So what happens is the trains run here, they run along the line here, over this crossing track, which this track goes back here and meets up back right around here. This one goes this way, goes over the T track, or the X crossing track. It's not a T track. Why do I keep saying T track? Crossing track, the X track, crossing, yeah. And then it loops here, goes around this way, and it turns, and then there's another crossing track that it crosses here, and then the idea is it's going to loop around and then turn back on itself into the Hogwarts station right here, and then it's going to continue on its way that way, back around there, and then we're back into the main city. So that's how that all works, and that's how I figured out, like, kind of it's a complicated yet elegant solution to my train dilemma of wanting to run trains and have kind of a long main line, but without having track. You know, I don't have a lot of room for return loops. I don't have a lot of room for track, period, in the story. So that was kind of what I did with that. So that's kind of where we're at. This has been taking up the bulk of my work right now, all this rock work and brickwork, but I think it's turning out pretty well. Do you guys think, what am I missing from Harry Potter Land? What do I need to add to this? I might want to make the lake a little bit bigger. Let me know about the train station. If you think that I should have the train station dump you off into Harry Potter Land. I'm going to build a little house on the top, little train like house on the top there. I can make it look more like the station, you know, not the station in London, like the more rural station. I don't know. Or we do have the option, we can add stairs over here to make that more the official station there. I don't know. We'll have to see, right? And so that is pretty much where we're at. And so let me back out here, and you can kind of see. It's been, like I say, it's been a lot of progress. It's been fun for sure working on everything here, and I really need to work on this middle part. But I just haven't been having the inspiration for that. And that's kind of the other thing, you know. It's been a little tough. You know, I kind of been in a funk with some of my building. It's just been tough to kind of, you know, like work on some of this stuff. I'm just like, what am I going to do? I don't know. But that's all part of the hobby, right? You kind of go in spurts. You're like really excited, and then you get kind of burned out for a bit. You take a little break, and then you come back to it, and it's, you know, it's all part of the fun. So anyway, so that's it for this month. Thanks for listening. If you're still listening, it's been I've been rambling on in this one. But I had a lot to say and a lot to share with you guys. And I really appreciate you guys watching and giving me your comments and feedback. I really appreciate all the feedback you guys give me. You have some great ideas, and you really help me when I get stuck with things, kind of clarify and figure it out and move on to bigger and better ideas. So I thank you. I appreciate that. So I'll be back soon with another update, hopefully earlier in the month, because the kids will be back at school and things will be a little more normal. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram to see all the updates daily. I'll be posting more and more updates as I continue on this very fun journey of building a Lego city. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.